What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're checking back in on Flotsam. We haven't played since like April. It is now January almost, or it may be January when this video goes up, but they've got their scouting update, I guess, which is a big update that they've been planning on that allows you a little bit more free-form gameplay. The last time we played this game had kind of an FTL feeling to it, where you have, like, basically systems, and you move in between them. So anyways, if you've never played this game before, it's a colony management game. It's got a wonderful art style. It's a fantastic-looking game. It's post-apocalyptic, and so I'm really excited about taking a look at it here today. I've been waiting for updates on this one, so I think we're going to have a good time. Let's start off a new game and dive on in and see if we can be productive. If after watching this you wanted to get the game for yourself, I got a link for you down below so that you can get that. It'll be next to my Discord and next to my Twitch stream and all that kind of fun stuff as well. Let's see here. We've actually got traits on these little guys now, and it looks like their models are actually a little bit better too. So it looks like they gave the game a little bit of a graphical overhaul as well. Last time I played it, all of the dudes looked identical, and they kind of just ran around and did what they were going to do. So we had a hipster brewer before I guess the end of the world. She's good at desalination and she's good at cooking. And then it looks like post-flood she's also a sponge guzzler, which means that she desalinates even faster, which, as I recall, generating water in this game was a big stopgap for the gameplay. You really spent most of your time trying to figure out how you were going to get water. That was a big part of the game. This guy is a fish and shipper. He's good at nautics, which means he can go out on boats a little bit faster. Looks like he fishes a little bit quicker, too. He's athletic, which means he runs and he swims faster, and he's good at desalination as well. I could take that. This guy was an ice sculptor, which means that he's good at construction, he's good at research and fishing. I'm actually okay with this crew. This crew seems all right. That's it then. Garbage floods have wiped away the village. Perhaps we should stop sticking to these useless rocks and go explore. Who needs land? The endless blue waves. That's all we need. The flooded world is our oyster. Let's polish this plastic into beautiful pearls. If only we weren't out of fuel. Okay, we'll call it Fishing Borg. That's a good name. So here's our boat. We've got ourselves a little boat over here, and I don't know if we can move around just yet. Can we move around at all? It doesn't look like we can move around at all. That's probably largely due to the fact that we are completely and totally and desperately out of everything that we need. It looks like there's a whale over there. I don't see any other resources around. Yeah, I'm not seeing... Oh, we can like zoom... Oh, okay. So we can go out to like the map now, and we can kind of cruise around if we so desire. That's good to know. I'm a little bit worried about our food and water, though. Maybe I'll send them out, like, a little bit. We'll put out, like, a little buoy right there, so they'll go gather that stuff. And then we'll put out, like, a little buoy right there, so that they go get that stuff, too. It looks like we've started out with basically no resources. So I think that the plastics and all this kind of stuff are going to be really, really helpful to get us moving. As you can see, our little guys will swim on out. They do not fear the deep and blue. They're okay with it. I don't swim in open water. That's like a fact that worries me tremendously. I don't like open water, dude. I don't like it. Like, my family's Hawaiian. I'm okay with swimming in the ocean, but I need to be able to see sand and shore. I'll go further out than most people will, but, like, dead, like, open water just as far as the eye can see, that terrifies me a little bit. That makes me a little teensy tiny bit worried. As far as building goes, it looks like really all we can do right now are plastic walkways, and it looks like we can do a small storage yard. As far as all these things are concerned, we can't make a distiller. It looks like we can't really... We can do chop shops, seaweed growers. I'm not seeing any crazy new stuff here. Oh, there's a manual pedal power generator. That's new. Okay, so apparently we have to worry about electricity or something as well. All right, well, you guys go about your business. Grab what you're going to grab. I believe in all of you. You're all beautiful, wonderful people. And I'm sure everything is going to work out great and to the maximum of efficiency. I've never run any colony down into the ground before, so I'm sure things will be all right. You can also click on the buoys, and you can tell it to send more people out to go gather the stuff if you want. As you can see, I've put 3 people on this, so 2 are going out. I don't know why this person is not doing any of that stuff. They're just twiddling their thumbs, apparently. I guess if that's what she wants to do, twiddle away. I think the other people are going to resent you a little bit, though, if you end up not doing any work. That's just my thought. Well, let's grab some more plastics real fast. You can also, I think if I remember correctly, you can adjust the size of this, too. Yeah, you can make it a little bit larger, a little bit smaller. We'll keep it right there for right now. I don't know how our water supply is going to be doing. Back when I played this game last time, your water ran out, like, really, really, really fast. Like, horrifyingly fast. And so, like, I hope that's not the case this time around. Maybe I'll assign another person over here, too. Yeah, let's send out a couple people. I don't want to waste any time on this. I'd like to get this done, like, quickly. I'll probably put out, like, one little, just kind of pontoon this way. Yeah, we'll put out a little pontoon on that side. Have them go ahead and construct. It looks like she's actually like a builder. So I guess that's why she's not helping out with all the other stuff, I suppose. Maybe? I don't know. She was twiddling. No, there she is right there. She's working now. Yeah, it's possible that we may not just had enough jobs ready to rock. There we go. So we've got one little pontoon bridge out here sticking off to the side of our boat. We're doing the Kevin Costner thing, water whirling furiously. Can I move around at all? Is that possible? So, like, let's say that I wanted to go, like, over to here. There's seaweed-covered rocks. There's some wood over on that side, and there's a factory ruin on that side. Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and get her moving. I think we've gathered enough stuff for right now. I can always go out and get some more just in case I need it. Oh, we have a little bit of fuel. We're not in too bad a shape, I think. So we've stopped off right here. I don't know if we can actually get to the factory ruins. It looks like we can swim to it, and it looks like there's some books and there's some scrap inside of there. If I remember correctly, the books are good for research. Okay, so they've added some new resources as well. I've been kind of sitting here with the game on pause, just kind of going through the way that they have changed the game. And now we need things called floaters. The last time that I played, you just had scrap plastic and you had scrap wood and you made it work. But it looks like we've got a new resource called floaters right now. And we're going to need to find a way to take care of that. And so this thing right here looks like it crafts floaters. So I'm going to go ahead and make one of those real fast. In addition, I would like to kind of like move the boat a little bit further down this way. If we can get some drying racks, that'd be great too. But it looks like in order to get the drying racks, we're going to have to upgrade things. So we got to start out with like the little teensy tiny baby ones. With these guys right here, I would say just go ahead and auto-queue those and make as many floaters as you possibly can. I myself have been well known for making floaters. We'll go ahead and swim on over to that thing as well, and we'll start harvesting it. It's going to take a little bit. I don't think it's going to be fast. I'll send 2 people just in case so that it goes a little bit quicker. They're going to fill this up with plastic right here, and you can see this little guy is going to work, and there's the floater right there. So they're going ahead and they're making it. We've got one person crafting. We've got one person transporting things around. Each building does have its own limited storage, and so you don't have to worry about, oh my god, what is that thing? Nope, don't like that. Apparently we've got a Wi-Fi whale down here. He's got little broadcast horns. I don't know why, but my cell phone signal's been great ever since that whale came around. Whale goes by just trying to help. Goodbye. All right, so now we can make the wood dryer. So we'll make one of those because I think it's a really, really good idea to have a wood dryer. If we can get the wood drying rack going, that means that we can get to a desalinator a little bit faster. And the desalinator is going to guarantee that we don't die horrifically of just like thirst-related impediments. It looks like they've brought back the vast majority of the scrap thus far. I don't know how much storage we have on this thing. It looks like it can hold 100 units of whatever. So this small drying rack right there, does it seriously only hold 1 wood? Are you for real right now? Oh my god, that's deeply upsetting. Okay, so now that I find myself deeply upset, I need a few more floaters. I'll probably actually go off of this side right here. Yeah, get as much out of it as you possibly can. You may as well. All of our plastic is over here at the recycler. My thinking is, by the time we get done with that... Oh, cool, we already salvaged that. Very good. Fantastic. We can't do research yet. That hasn't been queued up, but like maybe it will be someday. I don't know how much food they're going to eat. It does look like they've lowered the amount of food and water that each of these guys use, which I think is actually a really, really good change. The last time I played this game, you were so desperate for resources and you were so close to dying of thirst every single time you played that it got really, really complicated just to keep things on the up and up. We don't have enough floaters right now to really do what I want to do, and we're all out of plastics, so I think we're going to have to kind of like mosey along. There's a long shore over there. We already gathered that on that side. I would say... let's pull on over to here. Our fuel is going down pretty aggressively right now, but there's abandoned motorboats on that side, so I'm thinking like maybe we could do something with that. Let's focus on gathering the plastics first, and then we'll zoom down on in, and like, where are we right now? So our boat is down here. There's the plastics that we so desperately need. Okay, so now we're in business. Let's go ahead and put a salvage buoy over here. I'm going to go ahead and just assign everybody to that thing. So go ahead and enlarge. There you go. And that is your task for the day, little minions. Go on over there and get her done. This is one of those games that I knew had promise, even when I saw it like in its earliest iterations, just because like I feel in a lot of cases the art style really denotes whether or not a game is going to go well or not, and whether it's going to like sink or swim. And I don't mean that like proverbially. I mean that pretty literally. Keep making me some floaters out here. I appreciate that. You guys go ahead and gather everything that you possibly can. What's on these islands over here? So that one's got scrap. And then this one over here looks like it has food and it has wood. Okay. Yeah, I'll probably pull the boat a little bit closer so they don't have to go quite as far. But it looks like this buoy marker right here is pretty much done. We've gathered up what looks like, well, we don't really have that much plastic waste. I guess we're converting it into floaters pretty effectively right now. Let's go ahead and we'll put another drying rack over there and another drying rack right there. And that means we can start, like, getting some throughput on our wood. Like, we haven't even dried, like, one board yet. Ideally, like, later on, what we'll do is once we're stocked up on fully dried wood. Oh, we need planks, too. Okay. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. A scrapsmith. I like that word. That's a fun word right there. There's our dried wood. What can we do now? We've got a storage yard, which we can make with floaters. We are going to be out of storage, I think. Not soon, but pretty soon. We can make the scrapsmith, which makes us make metal scrap into plates. If we wanted the woodworking shed, we're going to need a whole bunch. We're going to need a lot of dried wood, and we've only got the one for right now, so it's going to take a little bit of time. So I would suggest maybe we focus on salvaging. And then we're going to need 4 planks in order to get the distiller done. And then on top of that, we're going to need firewood to feed it so that we can boil all the desalination content off here. Honestly, if I was them, I wouldn't even do that. I really, really like the desalinator that you build. If you guys have ever played the game Raft, I really like the design of the desalinator in Raft. That's a really, really good design. I like it a lot. The only problem is I would cover it with a tarp on the side so that you would hold in more moisture. But other than that, dude, like, I really like the desalinator. Just uses a piece of glass and sunlight, and I think that's a pretty good way to do it. It's basically the same thing as making yourselves like an evaporation pit or something like that. Let's see. So we've got all that done. Let's zoom back out. We're going to run out of fuel pretty soon. I don't know how we make more fuel. Well, maybe don't do that. It was the abandoned motorboats that we were trying to avoid. We already did the factory ruins. Maybe we'll just pull up on this, like, nice and close. I don't want to go that far. That's kind of, like, too far. Yeah, let's, like, move this over to here. I assume at some point we're going to have to find petroleum or gasoline or something in order to make this all work. I honestly have, like, no serious clue as to how we're going to actually make this all work. But we've got boards inside of here, we've got wood inside of here, and we've also got food inside of here, which I think are going to be intensely important for our survival. So you guys go ahead and get on over here and just steal everything you can from this wreckage. There you go. Very nice. Oh, they're actually disassembling the building. That's pretty cool. I like how it has different levels of sort of ruination, I guess, as you go through it and grab all the things from it to sort of visually denote the, like, hey, this location has been hit. You don't need to worry about it anymore. I think our water supply is looking pretty solid as of right now. I think our wood supply is looking pretty solid right now. I'm thinking we got to chase down plastics. We're turning things into floaters for sure, but more plastic would be good. There you go. And that island has been fully salvaged. There is nothing more there. Let's take a look and, like, so if I wanted to make a fuel thing, how do I make a fuel thing? Back in the day, with the way this game worked, you got, like, a sale pretty early on. So the town's fuel is low. Ah, so I figured out what's going on. Okay, so what's going to happen is they do everything by electricity now. So in the old game, there was sort of like, you had to find fuel, you had to, like, basically create your own fuel, and you had sails so you could get around slowly if you really needed to. This time around, it all runs off of electricity. So we're going to need somebody to be on the little e-bike over here making everything work. Luckily, we pulled a bunch of planks out of that town right there, and I noticed this recipe. So I think we'll be all right. Like, I think things are going to be okay. But it scared me for a second. Let's see here. We're getting all of our wood dried out. Hey, there we go. I don't know how long this is going to take. it looks conceivable that it's going to take a little bit. Ah, there we go. Okay, so now they're drinking the water supply, so we're definitely going to need to get that figured out. Oh, they only raised the energy up to 50%. Gotcha, so you can set a hard limit right here. Okay, put it on 75. I assume that this is like extra exhausting for whoever's doing it. I don't see the meter going up, but like I'm gonna make an assumption that maybe the meter is okay. We've got a seaweed-covered island over there. It doesn't look like we have fish or anything on that side. Maybe we'll just kind of pull in like over here, possibly, and just kind of see if anything shows up. Yeah, keep on moving. Hey, there's some fish over there. We don't have any fishermen or anything, but might be worth looking into. If I salvage this place for scrap, I think the scrap is just going to sit around, but we'll send some people out just to go grab it. Like, I do think we're sitting on a lot of scrap already, and there's other things that we, like, desperately need in order to make this all function. But we got to give the boat some time to charge up anyways, so we'll grab the things that are freely available from this area while we wait. I love that the islands are interactable. Like, there's little ramps, and they run around, and they walk on little planks and stuff. If they get different, like, animations for them, like, balance beaming across the log and things like that, that'd be even cooler. It'd be looking even more rad. I'm pretty sure our entire stockpile is just going to be full of scrap very, very soon. That's what it feels like to me anyways. We'll go ahead and cancel that. I did want to take a look while we're slowed down. Like, what's up with you guys? Are you guys okay? I wish to take a look at your stats. So they've got moderate exhaustion right now. Mild exhaustion, sorry. So what does that do? They are tired from sleeping on a walkway. They would like a house. Okay, sounds good. I can probably fix that up. We don't really need much more scrap, so I'm not going to fiddle with it. Instead, let's go over to this fishing spot, and we'll see if anything else kind of uncovers in the fog of war. It does not look like anything uncovered. I'm not sure if there's anything we can do with the fish right now until we get fishing boats. I'm pretty sure we need the fishing boats in order to do anything with that. So unfortunately for right now, what we're looking at is we need to be able to make a planksmith, so I think that's a good idea. So where's my planksmith at? We'll go ahead and put a planksmith right there. And then for the beds and things, like how hard are those to make? Let's take a look. So for the beds, it looks like you need planks and you need floaters. All right, good to know. You guys go ahead and handle your business. He's biking away on top right now. It does look like it's very, very exhausting getting that done, and you don't really see the meter go up altogether that much. You guys okay over here? You guys doing a good job? Applying yourselves at the maximum of your duty? Duty. Okay, so now we've got the planksmith. I would suggest that maybe we make like a couple of planks and like a couple of firewoods, and we'll just get that rocking for right now. That'll clear out a bit of our inventory space, and then from there, we need to go find some plastics. Yep, we definitely need plastics, so that's going to be sort of the next thing on the docket. Let's go out to here. Unfortunately, there's not a whole lot of stuff around. There's a little bit of plastic over there, but it's not much. Yeah, kind of take the long way around. We'll see if we hit anything on the way there. Come on. You got to give me something out here. There we go. Okay, so we'll go over here instead. This seems like a much better spot. So we've got a shack town, and we've got a shack town on that side. Cool. Oh, that's a big old plastic field. Nice, dude. I wasn't expecting it to be that big. All right, so grab the plastic field, please. The more plastics you can grab, the happier I will be with you. Apparently, there are a lot of post-apocalyptic whales, dude. There's like a metric ass ton of post-apocalyptic whales just cruising around doing what they do. Yeah, grab more plastics. There are many more things that we require in order to survive. And until we have those things, I'm kind of scared. Food is looking okay. I think we can get more. What's on these islands right here? So we've got planks, we've got canned food, and we've got some more research. And then over here, we've got planks, we've got research, and then it looks like we've got some more dry wood. So we can definitely go over here to grab what we need from this side. That'll give us a little bit more food for the coming days. We've got one guy biking right now. That's great. That's what I was hoping he would be doing. I kind of wish that more people were out here gathering. But that's just sort of life as we live it and as we know it for right now. There you go. Make as many floaters as you possibly can. It seems like it takes a pretty good grip of time in order to recharge the boat. Got 7 floaters and some planks. Very nice. Well, I can make my first bed, so I would suggest that maybe we do that too. Well, I can make a couple of beds. Very nice. Okay, we'll get the beds done. If we can get people rested up, that'll mean that they can work on the bike a little bit better. I like to think of the bike not as a punishment, but as a motivating factor. Like, if you're not pulling your weight, that's it. You go on the bike for the rest of the day. And if I don't see you pedaling, you're going to have a bad time. A real bad time. How many planks do I need for that? 2 more planks. Let's go ahead and we'll make, we'll just kind of make some more planks. There we go. I don't think we need to make the planks. But I think that, like, we're going to get more planks from this place over here. So it's not, like, a massive concern for right now. Really, I just like to work my way towards the desalinator about as soon as possible. That's the thing that's really got me sort of, like, thinking about our survival here. They're going to be gathering over there. He's almost done getting this thing up to 75%. Funny thing about this is that this would actually work in real life. Like, this would actually work. Like, you would need a hell of an alternator, but it looks like they've got a pulley system in the back, which would increase the amount of, like, rotational energy that he's going to be able to generate using this thing. So I feel like if you had, like, yeah, like multiple pulley systems, and then each pulley system is hooked up to, like, an alternator, like a battery of alternators on each side, it'd probably work out okay. I bet you it would. Like, it'd be a little sketchy, but it seems like it would work out. We're going to go ahead and build the desalinator next because I'm worried. I've played this game enough to be terrified of my water supply all the time. This buoy can go. It's no longer important, so that can go away. And then we're going to send 2 people over to scavenge on that island real fast. It looks like we can hold all of the stuff that we've got available because we're crafting like madmen right now. So there's our distiller. Very nice. So they just drank a whole bunch of water and ate a whole bunch of food at the beginning of the day. Let's take a look at these guys. Now that they have beds, it does look like they're resting much more comfortably. This person is super exhausted, so we need to get them a bed up and running before too long, too. I would suggest that maybe we craft some more water as well. It feels like a smart idea. And then you guys get on in there and make as much firewood as you possibly can. I don't know if it sent the person that is the best at... It looks like it did not. So we have one person who's got a 10 in desalination. Like, I would prefer to have that person doing it. They've got a 50% desalination speed, and I feel like that's a lot more effective, but... I guess it's just going to grab people randomly. So we got the books. We didn't get the wood. Gotcha. They're over here chopping firewood. However, we do have one guy that's still industriously working on that, just because our electricity has hit 75%. So we're going to create some firewood over here, make sure we have lots and lots of fuel. They're going to move things around. That looks good. Yeah, go ahead and queue those up real fast, because I got a feeling we're going to have a lot of firewood. Our Day 2 report is available. It's probably helpful, and I do appreciate it. But for right now, let's just kind of like sit on it for a minute, yeah? Man, that takes a big old grip of time to produce. Let's see, if you guys got any more firewood laying around, I strongly suggest you throw it over here. Maybe we just kind of slow this down for a minute. Like, definitely get it done. I need you to bring back the food, too. That food's going to save us for another day or two. This water meter right here, if you look in the middle of the town heart, it does go up and down based on how much water you have stored up, which is a little feature that I'm absolutely in love with. I adore that. It's, like, really, really cool and interactive. Like, I've got a good feeling about this one. Like, I got a feeling this game's going to turn into a pretty awesome city builder, given enough time to marinate. Like, they've been putting out updates, like, every 4 to 5 months or so. And, like, the updates pretty fundamentally change the way the game works each time. Like, they add new systems, and they kind of move things around. There hasn't been a ton of new content yet, but they definitely have rearranged kind of the structure of the game in order to make it more interesting and enjoyable, which is something that I'm always okay with. A little bit more water coming through. I think it's time for us to set sail. So let's get back on up here. We've got the shack town over here that we can go after. And there's some plastics right there. Yeah, move the town on over to here. So we've got wood on this side. Okay, wood is good. I like wood. Looks like we got fish on that side right there as well. Let's go ahead and zoom it on in. And this shack town is actually pretty close. I'm going to go ahead and queue that up for salvage. Anybody that wants to go over there can go over there. I probably wouldn't swim near the giant devil whale just because, like, it's scary. But, you know, we all take, so, you know, you rolls your dice, you takes your chances, okay? That's like the definition of life right there. In all things that you do, you takes your chances, you roll the dice. We're just hoping that thing's not carnivorous. It looks sort of carnivorous, dude. It's got tusks and fangs. So it looks like it might eat a guy if properly pressed. But, like, I don't know, dude. I don't know. We can make a third bed, which I think is a great idea as well. So I'm going to put somebody on that because I know we have some people that are, like, right next to death's door with regards to exhaustion. And so hammering that together before tonight, I think, is going to be a thing that needs to get done. Yeah, so that one's for Molfrit right there. Molfrit! You just keep desalinating, dude. Just keep desalinating. So we cleared out a little bit of extra space. I think we're going to need a storage yard pretty soon. I don't think there's going to be a way for us to maneuver our way out of that. There you go, fully salvaged on that side. We can't afford to make a research station. We can't afford to make a watchtower so that we can see distant landmarks. I'm actually really, really tempted by the watchtower just because our line of sight is so limited that I feel like sometimes my trips are just me heading blindly into the darkness hoping that I find what I need. And that is nerve-wracking and I don't like it. And so anyways, my name is Splattercat. This is Flotsam. I hope you guys enjoyed this little 30-minute purview. Looks like they're working on it, man. They've definitely moved some things around. They've changed stuff since the last time that I played. The last time I played, you had to build sails, and you had to do all kinds of things in order to get this thing moving. Now it all runs off of electricity, so they've restructured that. You basically just got to use the pedal bike. The other things that I've seen so far is that they've divided up all of the resources into kind of like unrefined and refined versions. That existed a little bit in previous versions, but it was like you had, you know, wet wood and it became dry wood. Now you've got wet wood that becomes dry wood that becomes planks. Plastic didn't become anything the last time I played the game. Now plastic becomes floaters, which is really the only way to make it useful. Scrap, I think it turned into ingots or something the last time that I played, if I remember correctly, but largely the scrap was used for most crafting projects, and then the ingots were used for the more specialized stuff. The ropes were in there. I remember those, and the firewood. But anyways, for right now, actually, maybe I'll build a research station real fast before we end the episode. That way we can see what they've done with the technology trees. There you go. We've got our research tree. Let's take a look at it. See what things have been added. So we've got houses. We've got bird houses. I don't remember the birdhouse, so that's got to be new. The solar still, I definitely remember. We've got the big desalinator over here. We've got water containers for storage. As far as food goes, it looks like it's pretty much the stuff that was here before. So I think the birdhouse is largely the one that I don't recognize anyways. But yeah, it looks like we can just straight unlock it if we want to. Yeah, Flotsam. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it, everybody. My name is Splattercat. I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie games every single day so you don't have to. Take care, and I do.